everyone, this is Debbie from Project 39 Mini Albums. A week or so ago, I had done a video tutorial on I used the Flight of Fancy from Graphic 45. And the premise of that album collection was that you could make it with 4 pages or 2 pages, signatures actually. And this one, I've already made one with that same Graphic 45 collection with all of the scraps, and I didn't have enough left to make a third album. So this is a third album using that same tutorial. Um, I used this collection called Wedding. Sorry, it's in the plastic container, but it's got all my scraps in it. It's from Echo Park. It's from 2021. I don't know where I got it from. I've had it in my stash for a little while. So I decided to use it. So this is a larger mini album. I wonder if we should count how many photos you can get in here. Most of the photos that you can fit in this album are geared towards 4x6 photos. There are some pages for 5x7s as well, because usually with a wedding you'll have bigger photos. So let me take you through it real quick. So this is a 9x8.5 album with a 2-inch spine. And as I said, there's just 2 signatures. I kept it pretty simple on the cover. You can probably see that I used some metallic paper just to add an accent, and that's just one of the cut aparts and some stickers that I put up on cardstock. It's very simple. I wasn't going to go crazy with flowers. I like my wedding albums to be flat. I don't know. It's just one of those things. So the reason you can get a lot of photos is because there's the portrait photo waterfall in the front and a landscape one in the back. So you could get 13 or 14 photos right here. You could cover this up if you want, but you probably wouldn't. I just added cardstock here to hide the magnet, but the rest of it just has pattern paper just on the front. But again, you can put in a lot of photos. This actually goes inside just so you can see this. I did a lot of piecing because honestly, there wasn't that many pieces of paper. It had 12 double-sided papers, and there were the cut aparts in that, and I wanted it to go further. So I had some cardstock in my stash that matched nicely. This is actually a very pale pink. We've got anywhere that there are cut aparts or stickers over a photo, it is not glued down onto where the photo would go, so you can stick the photo. So obviously here you could put a 5x7 photo. You could still put a 4x6 photo, you just would have a larger border around it, which is fine. So room here, that's open. Room there. So far I see room for 19 photos, including another 5x7 here. I did decorate with a bunch of the stickers that I had put on cardstock. I did not use a magnet on this front cover. I didn't feel like it needed it. There are also hidden photo mats inside each of the signatures. As I said, there's only 2 signatures. This will open like that. I made it so you could tuck something in there. Honestly, I was running out of big pieces of pattern paper, so I just left it blank. You could make it as a tuck spot. This will open like that, and that like that, and that's open like that. I enjoyed matching the paper. And you know, the fun part about it is, if you want to call it fun, on the back side of some of these are patterns that you like and you want to use. You have to be strategic in how you use your patterns. Now this one looks a little busy. I didn't want it to look that busy, but it did. So this is actually a 4x6 cut apart. Don't know why I made it that small. So you would need to cut down a 4x6 photo to go in there, but that's okay. That's not a problem. Room here for a photo. There. Another room for 5x7 photos. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've changed the color of the matting just to coordinate with the different papers in the book. Here we have sort of a salmon color. I don't know what you would, and we go to the white here. Again, room for different size photos in that hidden photo map. And then here, it's a very simple page. I wanted it to look a little more distinguished rather than cutesy. So that opens up, room to put photos. And then here, again, as I said, we're going to have a waterfall with room to put all of the pictures there. There's the back. I'm really just trying to use what paper I had left. And there we go. So again, it's a very simple mini album. I don't have a lot of pages. The way it came together, or the reason it came to fruition, is I had made, I think I was using the Cherries on Top Graphic 45 paper and had 4 or 5 signatures in that. And someone said, well, if I want to sell it or give it away, it's a lot of work for one album. So she said, what I would do is cut up the signatures and make 2 albums out of it. So I thought, well, that's a brilliant idea. So again, there is just 2 signatures. There still is a lot of room. It still would make a nice album. If you were to get photos of somebody's wedding and put it in, or whatever the subject is. So that is my mini album using the tutorial. I already have. I'll link it in the description box. I had used Flight of Fancy. I wanted to show you what it would look like with some different paper. And again, I use this Graphic 45 wedding paper that I've had in my stash. So that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching and have a fabulous day.